Hi, welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Experience, the Target Individual Program. Very interesting morning, heavily targeted. They have, again, raised the psychological attack levels, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what they're doing and how they're doing it. But before I show you the video from this morning, I'm going to start off showing you two videos from yesterday when I went to pick up Ethan from school, and then after me and Ethan picked up Alyssa, and we were on our way back home. Okay, but before I do that, again, just want to, talk about coercive persuasion, coercive mind control tactics, because this is exactly what's being done with the use of directed energy weapons, microwave mind control weapons, as well as remote neural monitoring, being microchip myself. And the purpose of that is to monitor my thoughts and to also control my actions. Okay? Excuse me. So, and again, using a coercive persuasion program to discredit, to villainize, marginalize, suppress, oppress, deny your human rights, constitutional rights, your rights to be happy, your rights to have a family. They will tear everything apart and away from you. Family, friends, who they have deceived or manipulated into participating in this program, they cannot say anything because they will be held accountable for what the law states as conspiracy against rights. Okay? So that's why your family and friends don't want to acknowledge what's being done. They'll tell you that it's all in your head and that you're crazy and to get on medication. And if you get on medication, your targeting will not stop. Okay? Because trust me, I've been on medication for many years, and my targeting never stopped. Okay? And so let's start the video. Show you guys exactly what I'm talking about when I say, this is a coercive persuasion program. Okay? Let's get to the video. So, after I did the video yesterday, uploaded it onto YouTube, and that was from the morning, showed you what happened over the weekend and Monday morning. So, this is Monday afternoon. I'm on my way to pick up Ethan from school. Okay? At the exact moment I get onto this intersection, which is Bedford Avenue and Church Avenue, I notice, again, synchronization, two police vans coming this way on Church Avenue and made the right onto Bedford. Here's both of them right there. Okay, here's one, the other one is behind it. Okay? Now, immediately as they turn, I heard sirens. Okay, it wasn't the two police vehicle, it was an ambulance. And that's when I took out my phone and started recording. Two police vans turned. Yep. Exposing everything that they do.
Yes! This morning is closing. Oh, okay. friends. You got a lot. Let's go.
I want to go back in. I want to show the look on this young girl's face. As she walked past me and she just looked like she was just mad.
Let's go.
That's what I said.
Let's go.
I saw the look on her face.
Let's go.
Now again, there's another teenager. Okay. The red sweater. As I approach,
let's go. Let's
he
go.
takes his thumb, presses it on his lip. I was hoping that the camera that would catch it, but when I walk with the camera, I gotta turn it. Actually, I gotta move it to the right because I'm getting a lot of this area here.
Can you hold it? And pass the jacket.
Let's go. So like I said, got to the corner, synchronization, 2 police vehicles. Next thing you know, ambulance, sirens, as usual. Right? So being at the heavy targeting, I'm just gonna go.
Okay, now, as I'm walking, this guy here, he's standing over here on the sidewalk, and as I get closer, he moves over, talk to this guy, and this teenage girl, she's going to do a hand signal.
Target.
Everything you're right.
He takes out his phone.
Hopefully I get that.
Right, and then put it back in his pocket. Watch how they move as I approach. See the hand signal? As I approach, it's all scripted, okay? Watch the hand signal. Right there. Remember I talk about being conditioned to the palm of the hand? So whenever a female will walk in front of me, she'll put her hands behind her back with her palm facing towards me, and then Pam started doing the same thing. Every time she would come into the living room, I'm sitting on the couch, she would turn around and walk off. She would place her hands in the back of her, against her back, with her palm facing towards me. When I called her out on it, she would drop her hands now, and whenever she walks past, she will swing her hands back and forth, but she will turn her palm as she's swinging her hands towards me. Okay, and I call her out on that. So now she's doing it more subtly, and I'm waiting because I'm going to call her out on that one too. Okay, so again, the signal here, the palm of the hand. Okay, now you hear they all of a sudden talking about microwave, right? I'll go back to this. I want you to hear it. Again, sending you indirect messages as to the technology that's being used.
Okay, let's see synchronization as I turn the corner.
It's not out there, maybe it is. But I want to
Here's one of the police vans.
And I was quite surprised because if you see any of my other videos, whenever I turn this corner, it's usually crowded, right? Because kids walking towards the intersection, so it's always crowded. Okay. So now, picked up Ethan, went to my daughter's school, picked her up. On our way back, again, we reached the intersection. As soon as we reached the intersection between Church Avenue and Bedford, I looked and I heard sirens. Looked down Church Avenue, and there was a police car with an ambulance behind it. The police car lights was flashing, but the ambulance sirens as well as its lights were flashing. So I waited there because I wanted to get it on camera. Now this lady here, again, this is, you know, they do run countermeasures just in case. Again, if I'm recording, they will send the perps there to do countermeasures, right? To target me, send me subliminal message. You know, if they talk about this or have, if I put this video up, then they're going to, you know, do certain things or have you. Psychological threats, right? And in this case, you'll see they will use a young kid to psychologically threaten my son. Watch. I'm gonna explain it to you.
Watch it.
So this kid right here, right? I'm noticing he stand on the side of me, staring at my son Ethan, right? And he looks at me, and he's staring at Ethan. He looks at me, staring at Ethan. Then he came up closer, and see, he gave Ethan a quick look at Ethan, right? Then he takes out his phone. Okay? Alright, and then she gives the hand signal. See the hand signal here? Basically sending me a psychological threat that, again, if I continue to do this, then the same thing is going to be done to my son. They're going to be spreading negative rumors on my son, and you know, to do what they're doing to me, to do to my son Ethan. Okay.
Okay, step back. Let the ambulance come. What happened to his police escort?
Alright, now, see, like I said, there was a police escort. All of a sudden, I guess, once they realized that I'm standing here waiting to record them, they send word, and the police vehicle basically, you know, double parked or what have you, but you'll just see the ambulance. You won't see the police car.
What happened to his police escort?
Right? Now, do you notice as soon as he got to the intersection, the corner, he turns off the sirens? The same thing that happened in the previous video as I was going to pick up Ethan. As soon as the ambulance got to this block right here, which is Martins and Bedford, it turned off its sirens, and so I'm like, well, you hear all that noise, right? You think that they're rushing to go somewhere, but they're not. This is what is called noise canceling.
Wait. Yep, he had a police escort in front of him. I guess when they told him I was recording, we stopped. Alright, come on, guys. Come on, Ethan. Ethan, hold his hands. Come on.
Now, the sad part about it is that, you know, as a TI, you know that all these people are in on your targeted, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay.
Come on, listen, hold Ethan's hand. Come on. All right, now here comes the color-coded theme. Guy with the champion sweater. You see, normally I would stop the recording, but I'm glad I don't. Like, he's looking at the church. Yeah, I know. He's looking at the church. I know, coercive persuasion, but used by the church. Looking up at the window. Come on, Lisa. See, they're not going to use squad cars now. Now they're going to use traffic. Again, when you start to expose them, this is what they revert back to. Okay, trying to hide themselves. All right, that's basically what it is that they're trying to do, trying to hide themselves. So now you're not going to see police cars. You're going to use traffic cars. Okay.
Now, these two here, again, you know, adults indoctrinating children into these sorts of cults, and they participate in the coercive persuasion against the target. So you see, they're standing here. They look like they're going to walk down this way. You notice that I'm recording because I have my phone out. So they're going to turn and walk over this way.
Yep. I'll do the synchronization. Yep.
Because they don't want to be identified. Okay, that's why.
And
okay. So, got upstairs. I actually went home that evening when Pam came home because, again, the heavy targeting, and she was going to get in the house and start targeting me. So immediately as she came in, I left. I was recording on the way home. I'm not going to do those videos because I want to get to this morning video. So, let's see here. This is the video. Right. No.
here.
Okay, here we go. So, on my way to Pam's house this morning, I left the house around 7:40 and turned onto Clarkson Avenue, which I take all the way to Flatbush, and then I turn on Flatbush to go to Montez. So, I turn onto Clarkson Avenue, no cars in front of me. Got to, this is Kings County Hospital. I got to the entrance exit of the hospital. This accessorized vehicle turned in front of me. Okay. And he saw me coming, he didn't wait. He just pulled out really fast. And again, it's because he was trying to get in front of me, right ahead of me. And the reason being, again, because the number 32 was in the license plate.
Made the turn, and
okay. So then again, let me go back. So the number 32 in the license plate, and the van parked up. Number is this, number 3227. Number 32 again. Now, watch. All planned, okay? So, this guy here, you know, guess his job is to clean the sidewalk, okay? And look what he does. See, he takes a garbage bag out of the garbage can, then he's gonna throw it on the floor. See that? Let's go back again.
HJ Okay. Made the turn and
So there he is, right? Supposed to be cleaning the sidewalk, not dirty in the sidewalk.
there they
Takes
go
the
with the number
bag
again.
out of the garbage can. Go back slightly.
There they
Takes the bag out of the garbage can,
go with the
and he just throws it on the floor.
numbers again.
Right? Now, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Okay.
So you're not
Again, this is all of the coercive persuasion. Excuse me, my face is itching again. Tell you, every time I do these videos, my face started itching. Okay, again, looking back.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And remember, yesterday, the people bowing their head. As I'm approaching this construction worker here, he bows his head. Okay, now let's go back. So, if you ever watch the program on A&E with Leah Remini called Scientology, she documents the things that goes on in Scientology, including the psychological harassment, the stalking. Okay, and you'll see, if you watch that video, you'll see stuff like this. So here's a perpetrator, okay, standing in the corner. Okay, and as I approach, he sees me approach, he walks off. So he's just standing there, and as I approach, he walks off. Okay? Alright, so this video is going to end, and let's get to the next video. So
you hear all of that?
Flatbush is right here, I'm on Clarkson. As soon as I got past Bedford, going to Flatbush, the sirens behind me again. Ambulance.
Of course, it's gonna turn down where I turn too.
Of course, gonna follow me. Okay. And I mute it because, you know, I know they use noise campaign out of the TI. I don't want you guys to get too much of this noise. So, almost at Pam's on almost the hub block. Okay, turn on the block. Okay, so went upstairs, got the kids, came back down, taking Ethan to school, and as soon as I turned this corner, you know, they use the street, what do you call it, the crossing guard a lot in my target. This one here and the one on Church and Bedford. And as I turn, she starts doing this hand signals, and then she's going to grab her uniform, right, and press her thumb against the uniform as I drove fast. Okay, so take him to school, drop him off, and going to drop Alyssa to school. I want to skip past all this because this video is going to be a long video. Okay, that's me leaving Alyssa school, going to pick up Pam. Okay, at that moment here, I get a call from Pam saying that she has to go back to Ethan's school because they've been trying to call me because he had a trip today, and he mentioned it to her, but somehow she said she got distracted, and therefore when he went to school, he didn't have permission to go, so I had to go back, pick her up, go back to Ethan's school, drop her off, and such. So now did all of that. Actually, no. This is where I'm heading to pick up Pam. Okay. Now, this girl in the corner, she's gonna cover her mouth with her hands. Okay, she sees me again, telling me to be quiet, sort of thing. She knows it's not gonna happen. I don't know why they still continue to do it. And again, cars making a U-turn in front of me. We're doing all the works. Doing all the works. So anyway, waiting for Pam. Okay, now we just left Ethan's school, and I'm taking her to work. Let's skip past some of this. Okay, I'm on the big spot right here.
Why are you moving people when it's not that light? It drives me crazy that you do that.
So she wants me to run these people over because the light changed and the kid in the white shirt was starting to walk. So I let him go. It's no big deal. What's a couple seconds? But again, it's the self-centered selfishness that people have been programmed to. Now, as I turn, this police vehicle here, okay, there's a police officer in there wearing a white shirt, might be a sergeant, and as I drove past, he sticks his finger in his ear. Now let's see, I don't know if you can see if I can pause it. Okay, at this point here, he sticks his finger in his ear, okay? So I stick my finger in my ear.
And I tried to talk to there's so much confusion because apparently Ethan's down there in the office, he had yet to even go to his class. There's just so much going on.
Alright, so let me skip past this because I want to get to the interesting part. Right? The very blatant, and again, like I said, there are times when they feel, I gotta scratch my arm, they feel that, hey, they can just blatantly target me. And again, ambulance parked up. And again, this is a new route that I'm taking, right? So eventually, almost like I would say, the first day I took this route, didn't have a lot of target. The second day though, because I said to her, I think this is a better route instead of going all the way to Caton, because that not Caton, Parkside, because that traffic between Parkside and the Ocean is horrendous. So a block over is still a lot much better. So that's what I started doing. So eventually, they're gonna adjust and target me. So you notice about I talked about the noise campaign. I actually showed you the ambulances. They're not done yet. So here's one parked up here again. All right. Okay. Now watch these two. These two right here. This woman right here, and this man going across there. She's pinching her nose. When she does that, he takes out his phone. Okay? Puts it down as I drive past. And if you're hearing a slight siren in the background, it's not the video, because I have the video muted. It is actually outside. They're doing it very low so that I can't hear. But the mic is picking it up. See, now they do the honking here because I just said the mic is picking it up. So now they know that, even though they're using a very low sounding siren, the microphone still picks it up. Okay, so you see the light changes. And as I approach the intersection, this guy's gonna come up. This guy right here. And view this full screen, because I want you to get a good look at him. Again, as soon as I approach, he looks up at the light, sticks his finger in his ear. See that? Let's go back. Comes out. And this is done purposely because they changed this light should still have been green, but again, this is all planned. This is, again, the NYPD, CIA, the FBI, they've infiltrated every aspect of society, so they're able to control it. Like they'll have it where the light will be green, and then all of a sudden it'll change to yellow and red really fast, right? Because again, and then there'll be like a police car parked up right there, trying to, you basically, if the light was yellow and I went through, it would have turned red so quick that I would have run the red light and get a ticket. So they do stuff like that. As a target, you have to constantly be aware of those things, especially if you're driving, because again, that's to deplete the money. What little money you have is to deplete your financial resources. Okay, so as I approach it, he sticks his finger in his ears, as you can see. Right here, he's looking at me now. He's staring at me. Like literally, this dude is like staring at me. Right? Sticking his finger in his ears. Okay? And then at this point, when he looks down, Pam sticks her finger in hers and she bows her head. Okay? So now as he walks over, he's looking at Pam. He was looking at Pam. Let's go back. It's too far. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay. And he's looking. Give a quick glimpse of Pam. Goes to another car across the street. And he's staring at me, and then he's staring at Pam. Okay, and the reason why they're so flagrant in terms of with the targeting and the stuff that they say is, again, basically, these psychiatrists that participate in this are labeling me as being crazy, mentally ill, right? So, and if you check out the definition of a coercive persuasion program, if you look at the tactics they employ, again, to discredit the target, right? They'll label them as crazy. And once they label them as crazy, they'll start to take away their resources, they psychologically harass them, which leads the target to become reserved and remove themselves from society, because that is exactly what they want. So they can, once the target does that, then the heavy-handed experiments will begin, especially with remote neural monitoring, because it happened to me before. When I started to become reserved and remove myself, never went anywhere, just be in my room. Everything that not everything, but if I think about certain things, police siren will go off. Whoop, whoop. If I go use the bathroom, took my penis out, police siren. Whoop, whoop. If, let's say, I remember when I first started, dating again, every time we're about to have sex, police siren. Whoop, whoop. When we're done, whoop, whoop. Being woken up multiple times in the night. Every time I wake up, whoop, 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 that sort of thing. That went on for years, and it still goes on. Not as much, but it's still a lot. Okay. Whereas before, like every night, I used to get up, and here you go again. You hear that? So, when I would, like I said, wake up multiple times during the night, and it'll always be like I said, every 2 hours, I get up, it'd be 1:15, 3:15, 6:15, or like 12:32, 1:32, 3:32. Those were the numbers, right? So every couple of hours, or almost every hour, I'll be woken up, look at the clock. It will always be on that exact minute. The hour might be different, but the minute will be the same. And then immediately follow me waking up, police sirens. Okay? Alright, so taking Pam to work. Let's go back here. Alright, so see this lady standing here? She has a dog, right? And they love to use people with dogs, particularly women with dogs, right? And whenever if I walk by, I drive by, the window open, they'll tap the dog, say, "Good boy, good boy, good boy." Again, because in Coercive Persuasion Program, it's about mind control. It's about conditioning you. Like how they condition an animal, they will condition you, a human being, in a similar manner. The tactics are different because dogs don't speak and understand they understand human beings to a limited degree, but they don't have the same intelligence, the same learning capability. So it's like the same thing, right? So what she's there to do, is to represent, is the perpetrators of these tactics, conditioning me, targeting me, and then it's like, well, if I do what they say, then I'll get a treat, right? Treat meaning Pam, right? Because, like I said, lately, with the heavy targeting, we haven't been on good terms. I've been going to my house, and with her, and I confronted her, I said, no, with you, this is like a power thing, and this is exactly the mentality. When I talk about passive aggressiveness, people who have passive aggressive personality, who are sadistic in nature, this is what they do. It's a power thing. It's a control thing. You do what I say, and they will spare no resources, okay, to exert their will over you. So you see, she's standing there, looking at the dog. She's looking. She looked at me. The light changes now. Gives the dog a treat. Okay. Now, as you'll see, as I approach the corner intersection, this guy right here, he's looking at me, and then he's going to stick his hands in his ears. See that? Very briefly, stick his hands in his ears. Okay, and then the woman follows by, covering her mouth. Let me show it again. Sticks his hand in his ears. You can see the woman followed by, hands on her mouth. Okay. Now, as I made the turn, see the vehicle, like he's gonna come over into my lane. Well, the reason being, you'll see the license plate. Number 32. Okay, 4325. Okay.
Actually, I need to get my steps in because I'm on the step challenge.
She's gonna get out,
So I'll get my steps in.
and she was just gonna jump out of the car. And I'm like, hold up, you gotta look. You can't just jump out of the car. And again, when they're being microwaved with mind control technology, they do stuff like this. Okay, she'll jump out of the car. I'm like, yo, you don't concerned about your safety? You might get hit by a car. Look before you open the door to make sure no cars is coming.
That way, I'm a good team player. All right, bye. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, so heading home.
Yeah, so wonder when.
You know, again, once I drop him off, I usually turn on this block. This is St. John's, and you know, so as usual, you know, I'm gonna place the vehicle here. The number 32
That's gonna be again. To the car here.
1, 3, 2, 1.
HDS 1, 3, 2, 1, and then followed by the FDNY
SUV. Okay. Then takes his phone out. Color theme red. don't want my video to be flagged. Okay, so again, you're gonna hear the fire truck, not the fire truck, I'm sorry, the ambulance. As soon as I cross this intersection right here. To this side, it's coming from. Hear that?
Couldn't see behind anybody where I was going. And see why he stopped.
Simone's campaign, as usual. Now, I almost missed that right here. See the guy, hand signal? Let's go back. Pause. See this guy right here? As he sees me approaching, he's going to put his hands behind his head. Hand signal. Followed by, see this guy standing here? They all sound like zombies now. Wearing a red shirt. Color red. Then he walks off as I approach. Okay, let's go. Speed up some of this. Let me go back a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now you're gonna see the red beam again. All right. So it's this guy right here. He's waiting for me. All right. As I approach, he takes his hand, sticks it in his pocket. Now immediately, as I pass him, I look at my rearview mirror. He's turned towards me. He takes his hands out of his pocket. See, as he turns, you saw him turn, right? Okay. Got back on the block and waited for a few minutes for parking, and didn't find parking, so I went on to the next block to find parking. Here I am parking on the next block over. Okay. Now after I parked, because the parking on this block, the next block over, is from 9 to no parking on that side of the street. Tuesdays and Fridays from 9 to 10:30. So I got there around minutes to 10, and I fell asleep, and I woke up around about 10:45. Okay, got out, walked back to the corner to get onto the next block to go upstairs, and I noticed this lady. She was standing here. Now, as I approached the intersection, she was standing here. When she saw me, she walked off and went on to Martinez. That's when I took off my phone to record.
I fell asleep in the car. I had to park on the next block up. So it's the next block parking ends, no parking ends at 10:30. Fell asleep, 10:45, woke up, got out, this woman over here standing in the corner, and then she moved over here when she seen me crossing. She sees her, I had to take the phone out to actually let you have a look. Yep.
So this is her. I mean, she was literally basically standing out there, and she must have been standing out there for, like I said, probably like about 20 minutes or so, right? Waiting for me to get out of the car and walk back in the bar. Like I said, I fell asleep, and if I was awake, I would have exited the car, maybe a few minutes before 10:30 or 10:30 exactly. She would have still been there standing, okay, waiting for me. And as she saw me, she would have done the exact same thing, okay? And this is her, and again, the phone in the hand, okay? Just as yesterday, the gentleman who, when I was parked on the block, stood behind the car doing all these hand signals. That's why you saw me recording him through the side mirror. Okay? So the mentality of these people, you have to understand. People who are in cults, who are indoctrinated, they do stuff like this. You know, again, I said if you look at the A&E program, Scientology, with the Rimini, these are the same tactics, okay? Because these churches, they use Coercive Persuasion Program. But this Coercive Persuasion Program that you and I are in as TI, this is a government-run program, government-created program. They use the churches. They use the people in your community. They use the police. They use the Department of Health. They use the Department of Environmental Protection. They use every state or government agency to participate in this. They use academia. They'll go to the colleges, the high schools, the junior high schools, the elementary schools. As you can see in the video, I show you, a young kid go to my son's school, using him to tell me that they're going to target my kid. And they have been bullying my kid in school, and I've been complaining. And it stopped for a little bit, but I'm sure it's going to continue because, again, I keep talking about what it is that they're doing. And I'm not going to stop talking about what they're doing. I'm going to give my kids the tool to handle whatever it is that these people are going to do to them as they grow up. Okay? Because you cannot buy my silence. You cannot threaten me into silence. You cannot blackmail me into silence. It's not going to happen. Okay? I'm letting you know from now. It is not going to happen. You want to make me silent? You have to kill me. Basically, that's it. Even if you put me in a mental institution, you know what? You're still not going to silence me. Put me in the penitentiary, you're still not going to silence me. You may remove me from society, but you're not going to silence me. Because you know what? My videos, my story is out there. People know about it. People listen. They download my videos. They download my shows and talk show. So you're still not going to silence me. Okay? All right. So, I guess I'll be back later with more videos. We'll see how the targeting goes when I go pick up the kids from school. Okay? All right.